I took the night shift at the hotel because it paid a little more, and because I thought it would be easy. Quiet. Predictable. The kind of job where nothing really happens. The hotel itself wasn't anything special, an older, mid-sized building just off the highway, the kind travelers stop at when they don't want to spend too much time or money. 2 floors, faded carpet, long hallways, and lighting that always felt slightly too dim no matter how many bulbs were replaced. During the day, it felt normal. Families checking in. Business travelers grabbing coffee. Housekeeping carts rolling back and forth. But at night, everything changed. By 11 p.m., the lobby would empty out. The automatic doors would stop opening. The TV behind the front desk would play quietly to no one. The air would settle into this strange stillness, like the building itself was holding its breath. I worked alone. No security. No manager on site. Just me, a phone behind the desk, and a set of keys I was told never to use unless absolutely necessary. My first few nights were uneventful. I checked in the occasional late guest, answered a few phone calls, and mostly just sat behind the desk scrolling on my phone, waiting for morning to come. That's when I started noticing the sounds. Hotels are never truly quiet. Pipes knock. Ice machines hum. Elevators groan. But these sounds were different. They didn't repeat. They didn't follow patterns. Footsteps in the hallway when no one was walking. A door opening softly and closing again. The faint sound of something dragging across carpet. Whenever I checked the security monitor, everything looked normal. Empty hallways. Closed doors. No movement. One night, around 2 a.m., the front desk phone rang. The caller ID showed room 214. I answered professionally, already expecting a complaint about noise or the air conditioner. There was silence on the other end. "Hello?" I said. I could hear breathing. Slow. Deliberate. "Front desk," I said again. "How can I help you?" The breathing stopped. The line went dead. I shrugged it off. Wrong number. Drunk guest. Sleepwalking. Hotels attract strange behavior. That's what I told myself. A few minutes later, the phone rang again. Same room. This time, when I answered, the voice was barely above a whisper. "Can you come upstairs?" My stomach tightened. "Is there a problem with your room?" I asked. There was a pause. I don't like being alone. I stared at the phone, suddenly very aware of how empty the lobby felt. "I can send maintenance in the morning," I said. "If it's an emergency, you can." The line went dead again. I checked the guest log. Room 214 was vacant. No one had checked into it that day. No one had checked out. According to the system, it had been empty for over a week. I didn't go upstairs. The calls stopped for a few nights after that, but the feeling didn't. I began to sense that I wasn't as alone as I thought. Not in the way that someone might be hiding behind a corner, but like the building itself was aware of me. Watching. Listening. Around 3 a.m. every night, the elevator would descend to the first floor on its own. No one inside. The doors would open, stay that way for a few seconds, then close and rise back up. I reported it to management. They blamed wiring issues. Old systems. Nothing to worry about. Then one night, the guest approached the desk looking pale and shaken. He leaned in close and spoke quietly. "Did you just knock on my door?" I shook my head. "No, sir." He hesitated. "Someone did." 3 knocks. Then silence. I asked which room he was in. 214. My chest tightened. "That room isn't supposed to be occupied," I said carefully. He stared at me. "Then who checked me in?" I pulled up the system. There was no record of him. He grew angry. Accused me of messing with him. Demanded a refund. When he stormed out, the automatic doors slid shut behind him, locking with a soft click that echoed through the empty lobby. After that, things escalated. The security monitor began showing movement that disappeared when I rewound the footage. Doors would appear open, then be closed again seconds later. I'd hear the ice machine running even when no one had used it. Once, I heard someone humming. It echoed faintly through the hallways. "Hello," tuneless hum that moved slowly from one end of the building to the other. I stayed behind the desk, frozen, listening until it stopped. The worst night came during a storm. Heavy rain. Thunder rattling the windows. No guests checking in. No calls. Just me in the building. At 2:47 a.m., The phone rang. No caller ID this time. I answered. "Front desk," I said. There was no breathing this time. Just a voice. Calm. Flat. "You see me now?" Every security monitor flickered at once. For a moment, all I saw was static. Then the image returned. Every camera showed the same thing. A man standing in the hallway. Tall. Still. Facing the camera. He was on the second floor, directly outside room 214. He lifted his head slowly, as if he could see me through the screen. The phone line went dead. I grabbed the master key without thinking and locked myself in the office behind the desk. I didn't breathe. I didn't move. Footsteps echoed above me. Slow. Measured. They stopped directly over the lobby. Then came the sound of something heavy being dragged. I don't know how long I stayed there. Eventually, morning came. Sunlight crept through the lobby windows. The sound stopped. Management reviewed the footage. There was nothing there. No man. No movement. No calls logged. They told me I was stressed. Suggested I take time off. I quit that day. The hotel is still open. People still stay there. Families. Travelers. Night shift workers like I used to be. Sometimes, when I drive past it at night, I swear I see the elevator lights moving. Going down. Waiting. I tried to forget about the hotel after I quit. For a while, it almost worked. I found another job, a daytime one, far away from that stretch of highway. I slept at night again. I stopped waking up at every small sound. I convinced myself that whatever I experienced was stress, exhaustion, my mind filling in gaps where logic failed. But hotels don't let go of you that easily. About a month after I quit, I received a voicemail from a number I didn't recognize. No missed call notification, just the voicemail sitting there, waiting. That alone unsettled me. When I pressed play, I immediately recognized the background noise. The lobby. That faint hum of the lights. The distant elevator chime. Sounds you don't notice until you've spent night after night listening to them in silence. Then a voice spoke. Front desk. My voice. Same tone I used every night. Calm. Automatic. Like muscle memory. I dropped my phone. When I finally worked up the nerve to listen again, the voicemail had changed. Or maybe I remembered it wrong. This time, the voice wasn't mine. You left before your shift ended. I deleted the voicemail. Blocked the number. Told myself it was some kind of sick joke. But that night, I dreamed of the hotel again. Not the way it looked during the day, but the way it felt at night. Endless hallways. Dim lights. Doors that all looked the same. In the dream, I was back behind the front desk. The clock on the wall ticked loudly. Stuck at 3 a.m. the phone rang, and I answered it without thinking. "Can you come upstairs?" the voice asked. When I woke up, my sheets were damp with sweat, and my phone was sitting on the nightstand, unlocked, with the dial pad open. I hadn't touched it. From that point on, things started happening that I couldn't explain away. Small things at first. I'd hear the soft ding of an elevator bell while half asleep. I'd catch myself glancing toward doorways, expecting to see along hotel hallways instead of my apartment. Once, while grocery shopping, I heard someone humming behind me. The same low, tuneless hum that used to drift through the hotel at night. I turned around so fast I nearly knocked over a display. There was no one there. Just an empty aisle and the buzz of fluorescent lights. The worst part wasn't fear anymore. It was familiarity. The more time passed, the more the memories felt less like something that happened to me and more like something I was supposed to return to. Like the hotel wasn't a place I worked, but a role I abandoned. One evening, curiosity got the better of me. I searched the hotel online. Reviews, photos, anything recent. Most of it was normal. Complaints about old carpets, thin walls, slow Wi-Fi. Then I saw a review posted 3 days earlier. "I don't recommend staying here if you're sensitive to noise." The front desk kept calling my room in the middle of the night, but no one was ever there when I went downstairs. My chest tightened. Another review mentioned doors opening on their own. Down. I felt my phone vibrate in my pocket. A text message. No number. Just words. "You're late." I didn't reply. I drove away and didn't look back. But since then, every night at 3 a.m., my phone vibrates once. No message. No notification. just a reminder. Sometimes, when I'm half asleep, I swear I hear the front desk phone ringing. I hear myself answering it. Professional. Like I never left. And sometimes, I wonder if the reason the hotel felt so empty at night wasn't because I was alone. Maybe it was waiting for me to come back. And maybe part of me never really left the night shift at all.